Hello and welcome everyone to the summary of turn 6 of my solo playthrough of Arnhem 44, Armies and Alliances. As you can see, the preliminary score at the end of turn 6 is, I put this extra chip underneath to denote that they actually have 10 more points, so the Germans have 22 points at the moment and the Allies have 18. So a couple of things I want to point out to you. So the Germans attacked here with the black arrows and with the support of the, well, obviously this unit then, and this one also supported. I forgot to use that one, and that's something that can happen pretty easily, that you simply forget to use one either on offense or defense. So I only use this one on offense, but I could have used it in defense as well, which I forgot. This one, I put this marker here, which again doesn't come with the game, but just to remind myself that something out of the ordinary happened there, or perhaps not even out of the ordinary, but this unit couldn't attack because it didn't have any supply. I believe the Allies tried to drop the supply over here at the 82nd, so it didn't have any supply anymore, so it couldn't help out. The Allies did play this card because they lost one unit here, I believe, and otherwise they would have lost a unit and a step, which was cancelled by the use of this card. Over here, I believe there weren't really any attacks, although the Allies did try to attack on their turn with the help of the artillery unit, and this German unit helped out as well in defense. I believe not too much happened there, really. So the Allied drop zone is really under pressure here near Arnhem. Nijmegen, what happened there? Well, as you can see, the Poles retreated to defend their own drop zone, leaving the road open. Not here. This would have created a ZOC. These units stayed here intentionally. The other ones moved around via this road, thereby circumventing the ZOC. In this case, by the way, it's very important to note, usually in my previous videos, a red arrow meant that that no attack took place. Here, the attacks actually did take place. I just didn't have any other available colors, which would have made it really difficult to tell one attack from another. So in this case, the red arrows and pawns actually do mean that an attack took place. Here, strangely enough, the Germans actually suffered a hit, which was negated. Well, then I decided to play this card. It's also very easy to forget to play cards, but with the two added, I suppose, strictly speaking, this it would have been too late to use that card. But again, I forget so quite regularly, and then I thought, hey, wait a minute, I should have used a card, and this one would have been very beneficial. So I allowed myself to use it after all. But otherwise, actually, the Germans would have suffered a hit here because, and that's important to note, on one of my previous videos I said that defending artillery, even when out of supply, defend on a 2. That is not true. Usually units defend at -1, which for artillery would have meant on a 2, but out of supply artillery can still support a defense, but at 1, so not on 2. So what else happened on the Allied turn? So all these airborne infantry basically went back to trying to take out that town hex, but they even suffered a hit themselves. It's very strong, and because again, I've mentioned that before, infantry defending a town do so on a 4, so there are 2 of them here, which is already 8. Plus a recon unit, which I believe also defends on a 2 in a town, or maybe even a 1, but don't remember off the top of my head. But the point is that it's very difficult to dislodge them, especially with artillery support still, because as you can see here, this artillery unit also supported in the defense there, which is shown by the yellow arrows, defense on the part of the Germans, that is. Yeah, so these units trying to attack, but nothing happened. They had support from this one, but the two 82nd Airborne Artillery units aided in the defense, but as you can see, they're almost out of ammo as well, so that'll be very difficult for them too to keep up that defense there. This unit here is the engineer unit, and I would have liked to have put an airborne unit across, and can only put an airborne unit across as it was historically. Other than that, I suppose they would be quite capable of putting any unit across, but in this case it has to be an airborne unit. But they couldn't, because in order to be able to do so, they need to be in supply. And as you can see, the road is still entirely blocked by German units. There are even more German units now. This one came from here and moved all the way over here, thereby blocking the road in this place. This tank unit came from here, also blocking the road. These units, one of them was bombarded, but to no effect. And the other one, I don't quite remember where it came from. I believe it was attacked on the Allied turn, but it retreated, and then on the German move it simply moved into a hex, also blocking the road. The Allies did cause some damage here. They destroyed an infantry unit, and they destroyed a step of the armament unit as well, but there is still one remaining, and there are so many places in which the road is blocked that all these units along the road are practically still out of supply. Now, something else I wanted to show you. These units could actually move here. Could have moved here. I didn't do that, but they could have moved here, which would have put them back into supply, because then they could have traced all the way via trail and then not entering a road until here, which is still okay. But yeah, what's the point? I mean, they're supposed to either block the Germans or attack the Germans, and it's re-established, that is supply, redetermined, I should say, at the beginning of a combat. So if they moved back in, they would be right away out of supply again, so that wouldn't be much help, really. Here too, this German unit also forgot to aid in the defense. That's why I put this thing here to remind myself. It did add in the attack here, as did this artillery unit and this artillery unit. They aided in the defense again. Well, this one wasn't out of supply, but that one wasn't, but it still aided or added one to the defense. I forgot to use this one on defense, and I could have really used it here. And there are a few cards here I played here as well, which had a bit of an impact. This one cancelled a step loss. If that hadn't been the case, this unit would have had to either retreat, which I'm not sure it could have at the time, probably not, so it would have been destroyed. So this card allowed the Germans to keep blocking the road here, and this added another strength point. So this concludes, I don't think I've forgotten anything terribly important. So this concludes round 6, or turn 6, game turn 6 of Arnhem 44 Armies and Alliances, and I hope to see you back at the end of turn 7. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.